One of the Apollo projects in my center is to have well people monitoring their health in a comprehensive way so that they can detect any aberration, anything that starts to go wrong with their health, and they can do that early and to act early. And we think this is probably the most important thing we can do relative to health economics in the United States also. So this has been a long-standing project of ours. And we realized that you have to develop a system that's very cheap, very simple, and very comprehensive so that well people can use it all the time. And there's a very powerful aspect of that if you get to do that, because it means that you're always normalizing your health to yourself. Right now in the biomarker world in medicine as we live right now, we're normalizing our markers to the whole population generally, not to ourselves, because we don't take them frequently enough to do that. So this was our goal, but we're trying to figure out how to do that, and we knew that there had to be a technological revolution in order to be able to do this kinds of thing. We finally came on this really simple concept, and that was you have millions, billions of antibodies in you, and if those antibodies were always registering your health status, and we had a way to look at that whole repertoire, get the signature of your antibodies in a simple way, we might be able to revolutionize diagnostics. We'd use those same arrays of peptides that we're using for developing these synthetic antibodies. We just said, well, what happens if you put a drop of blood from somebody on there and you wash it off and then detect the antibodies? Well, it turns out you get this signature. You get 10,000 spots lighting up at different levels that basically fingerprints your antibodies. Then we said, well, does it change when something goes wrong? And sure enough, we've tested over 20 different diseases now. Every one shows its own distinctive signature. So we can normalize to yourself, and when something happens, that signature changes in your antibodies. And the beauty of it is that measuring these antibodies is so simple. We can literally take a drop of blood, less than a drop of blood, put it on a little filter paper, send it through the mail, even in Phoenix in the summer, take that filter paper and measure the antibodies on it, and the signature is just as good as if we had measured the blood directly. So what we envision now is a health monitoring system where people are regularly just sending in, and saliva works too, by the way, sending in a little thing of saliva or a drop of blood, goes to a central place, it looks at that monitor, that information comes back to people, and they can tell what their health status is. And so that's the big kahuna goal that we're shooting for with this. And what we've shown now in this first publication is that this works very well to monitor infectious disease and to characterize infectious disease, although we have other projects on cancer and Alzheimer's and things like that that are ongoing.